Hey guys, I am here to do your very own little leap class at home. I know this is very strange and a little bit silly, but we wanted to make sure that you guys still got to hear a leap story this week and have an art project and some extra activities to do while you're stuck at home. So, I know you guys are so old, but we always do the song at the beginning of every class, and I bet your parents have never heard it. So, I would love it if you guys would stand up and sing as loud as you can and be really silly and do all the moves. Here we go. Hands go up and hands go down. I can turn myself around. I can stand up on one shoe. I can listen, turn it on. So can you. I can sit, I'll show you how. Story time is starting now. Alright, let's see. We are reading The Tiny Seed because what do you think this week is all about? Flowers. So, this is one of Eric Carle's books, and here we go. It is autumn. A strong wind is blowing. It blows flower seeds high in the air and carries them far across the land. One of the seeds is tiny, smaller than any of the others. Will it be able to keep up with the others? And where are they all going? Okay, do you guys see this tiny seed? Right there. One of the seeds flies higher than the others. Up, up it goes. It flies too high, and the sun's hot rays burn it up. Ouch. But the tiny seed sails on with the others. There it is. Another seed lands on a tall and icy mountain. The ice never melts, and the seed cannot grow. The rest of the seeds fly on, but the tiny seed does not go as fast as the others. Can you find it? Now they fly over the ocean. One seed falls into the water and drowns. The others sail on with the wind, but the tiny seed does not go as high as the others. One seed drifts down into the desert. It is hot and dry, and the seed cannot grow. Now the tiny seed is flying very low, but the wind pushes it on with the others. I think because it's so tiny, it's making it easier for the wind to push it. Finally, the wind stops and the seeds fall gently down on the ground. A bird comes by and eats one seed. The tiny seed is not eaten. It is so small that the bird does not see it. Can you guys find it? Now it is winter. After their long trip, the seeds settle down. They look just as if they are going to sleep in the earth. Snow falls and covers them like a soft white blanket. A hungry mouse that also lives in the ground eats a seed for his lunch, but the tiny seed lies very still, and the mouse does not see it. Now it is spring. After a few months, the snow has melted. It is really spring! Birds fly by, the sun shines, rain falls, the seeds grow so round and full, they start to burst open a little. Now they are not seeds anymore. They are plants. First, they send roots down into the earth. Then their little stems and leaves begin to grow up towards the sun and air. There is another plant that grows much faster than the new little plants. It is a big, fat weed, and it takes all the sunlight and the rain away from one of the small new plants. And that little plant dies. The tiny seed hasn't begun to grow yet. It will be too late. Hurry! But finally, it too starts to grow into a plant. See, here's the big weed. And it's going over this little guy, so he doesn't make it. But here's our teeny tiny little seed, and it finally pops up, and they grow up towards the sun. The warm weather also brings the children out to play. They too have been waiting for the sun and springtime. One child does not see the plants as he runs along, and oh, he breaks one. Now it cannot grow anymore. Bummer. The tiny plant that grew from a tiny seed is growing fast. But its neighbors grow even faster. Before the tiny plant has 3 leaves, the other plant has 7. And look, a bud, and now even a flower. But what is happening? First there are footsteps, then a shadow looms over them. Then a hand reaches down and breaks off the flower. A boy has picked the flower to give to a friend. That's very kind. Now it is summer. Now the tiny plant from the tiny seed is all alone. It grows on and on. It doesn't stop. The sun shines on and the rain waters it. It has many leaves. It grows taller and taller. It is taller than the people. It is taller than the trees. It is taller than the houses. And now a flower grows on it. People come from far and near to look at this flower. It is the tallest flower they have ever seen. It is a giant flower. Look at that. Isn't this the prettiest picture? I love this picture. All summer long, the birds and bees and butterflies come visiting. They have never seen such a big and beautiful flower. The wind blows harder. The flower has lost almost all of its petals. It sways and bends away from the wind, but the wind grows stronger and shakes the flower. Once more, the wind shakes the flower, and this time the flower's seed pod opens. Out come many tiny seeds that quickly sail away into the wind. So the middle of the flower, that's a seed pod that holds all the seeds. So this one flower will produce lots of new flowers next season. The end. Okay, so in the packets that I dropped off at your houses, there is a song in there called 5 Pretty Flowers. And I would love it if you guys would sing the song. If you even wanted to do 10 and really practice counting backwards, you can do that. And you can pick flowers from outside or use fake flowers or even cut out flowers from construction paper and use it as you sing this song. I think you guys are really going to like that song. And then the craft looks like this, and I already painted mine, but I wanted to show you guys that you all got an egg carton, and all you have to do is paint it, and it's going to take a little bit of time and a little bit of patience to get all inside, and you may choose to only use one color, or you may use lots of colors like me. I cut out a little leaf from construction paper. You can do that too if you want to. You don't have to. and then you have a little pom-pom that you have to very gently push in so that it doesn't fall out, but it doesn't go all the way back. And now you have your own pretty little flower. And then I also sent you with some seeds. And these are sunflower seeds. So in the book, we learned that a lot of things happened to the seeds and they wouldn't grow. Like a mouse ate one, a bird ate one, things like that. So with your seed, you can get a bigger baggie if you want, and if you want to split them up, you can. I want you to get a wet paper towel, not too wet, just damp, and I want you to fold it up flat and lay it flat in the baggie. And I want you to put the seed on top of the paper towel. And then you're going to tape it to a window. And just like in the book, where it sprouted towards the sun and the roots grow down towards the earth, you will see that start happening to your seed. And then once it is sprouted and you have lots of good roots, you can plant it in a pot or you can plant it in a garden. You just have to be careful because a lot of times, even though it is sprouted, there's still a seed attached and birds will dig down and they will get that seed out. They love sunflower seeds. So try to protect it if you plant it in the ground. But I'm hoping, I think these are mammoth sunflower seeds, and another word for mammoth is giant. I do not think it will get to be as big as this one, but it could come pretty close. So, you guys, if you plant your flower and it grows, make sure to take a picture of it and send it to me, and be looking out for another story time next week. Bye!